Hey guys, welcome back to our channel Civil Engineering Education. Today I am back with another topic on geometrical figures. In previous videos we have covered many topics like one room plan calculation, two room plan calculation, and also 2 BHK and 3 BHK plans. So if you haven't watched that videos, I'll give the links in description. You can watch that videos. In this video we are going to discuss about the formulae of different geometrical figures. So don't skip the video in middle, watch the video till end, and if you are new to the channel, do subscribe, and if you like my videos, hit the like button so that it will be more encouraging for me. So let us begin. As we are discussing about quantity surveying, we come across different geometrical figures. So we need to know the formulas for all geometrical figures, so that will be more helpful for us in calculating the quantities. So in this video we will see all the formulae for different geometrical figures. So these are the basic geometrical figures which we come across. So if you take first one, it is a square or a rectangle. So mostly for a rectangle the length will be more than a square. So here I have taken same for both. So it may be a square or a rectangle. We can use this formula for both. It may be square or rectangle. So in case of area calculation, the formula is L into B. Length into breadth is nothing but area, which will be calculated in square meter units. Next one is volume. So in case of volume, we have to multiply the area with height or depth. Okay. So area into height or depth is equal to volume. So that is nothing but L into B into D. It may be for a square or it may be for a rectangle. So next one is perimeter. For a perimeter, we need to calculate this complete length surrounded by this square. So that is nothing but perimeter is equal to 2 into L plus B. So coming to circle, what is the formula for circle? So this is the circle. From this end to this end we call it as a diameter, and from this end to center of the circle it is called as a radius. So area is equal to pi by 4 d square. So area of a circle is equal to pi by 4 d square. It is also written like this, pi r square. Next one is perimeter. Perimeter of a circle, that is the surrounding length. This surrounding length is taken by the formula, that is 2 pi r or pi d. So 2 pi r is the formula or pi d is the formula which we can use it for the perimeter of a circle. So next one is semicircle, that is nothing but half of this circle. So we can draw like this. This is the diameter and this is the radius. So area of a semicircle, so same like this one only, but we need to divide it by 2 because this circle is divided into 2 parts, so that we will get pi by 8 d square or pi r square by 2. So this is the formula for area. Next coming to the perimeter. So perimeter is same like this formula only, but we have to divide it by 2, so that we will get pi r by 2. 2 and 2 gets cancelled. If you do like this, this and this will be gets cancelled. So here pi d is there divided by 2, so that the perimeter formula will be pi r or pi d by 2. Next one is quarter circle. Again half of this semicircle. So this part. So again what we have to do? We have to divide it by 2 again. So area of a quarter circle is equal to pi d square divided by 16, because we have multiplied with 2 again here. So that 8 into 2 is 16, or pi r square by 4. Again we have multiplied with 2. So that we got pi r square by 4. This is the area formula. Next one is perimeter. What is the perimeter formula? Here we have written pi r and here we have written pi d by 2 divided by 2 again. So pi r by 2 or pi d by 4. This is the perimeter formula for a quarter circle. Next coming to right angle triangle. So this is the right angle triangle. Here there is 90 degrees for this figure. This is called hypotenuse, this is called base, this is called height, right? So here area is equal to half into base into height. Area of a triangle is equal to half into base into height. Next perimeter is h plus b plus c, that means height plus base plus c is nothing but hypotenuse here. So if we add this one, this one, this one, we will get perimeter. For hypotenuse, to calculate the hypotenuse, the formula is root over b square plus h square, that is nothing but base square plus h square under root. So this is nothing but we got it by Pythagoras theorem. Next one is equilateral triangle. So this kind of figures also we come across. So for an equilateral triangle, all sides will be equal, a, right? Area is equal to a square by 4 under root 3. So this is the formula used for an equilateral triangle to find out the area. Next one is perimeter. How to find the perimeter? This length plus this length plus this length. So it is nothing but 3a. So this is the formula for equilateral triangle. Next one is isosceles triangle. In case of isosceles triangles, two sides will be equal, one side will be different. So here, to find out the area of an isosceles triangle, what we have to do? We have to write the formula here, a by 4 into under root 4b square minus a square. So this is the formula used for isosceles triangle to find out the area. Next one is perimeter length, or it is also called as a peripheral length. So this side, this side, this side. So a plus b is equal to 2a plus b. So this is the perimeter length for isosceles triangle. Now coming to irregular triangle. So that means all sides are unequal. So a, b, c, different sides. For this, area is equal to under root s into s minus a, s minus b, s minus c. So this is the formula used for calculating the area of a irregular triangle. Next, what is s here? S is equal to a plus b plus c divided by 2. So that is the formula for calculating the s value. Coming to peripheral length, that is nothing but perimeter length. What is the formula used? That is nothing but simply we need to add a, b and c. So these lengths. So if we add that, we will get perimeter length. Now we will see other figures also. If we take an hexagon, the area is equal to half into r, that is radius, into half into r into tan 60 to the whole multiplication of 6. That means this is the area formula for this hexagonal figure. Now for perimeter, so all sides we have to add. So that is nothing but 6r. Next, coming to the segmental arc. So segmental arc is nothing but, so it looks like a semicircle, but this radius is not equal here. So here the radius may be changing. If we check this side, the radius will be r, but if we check the vertical length, it is not r. So the length may be increasing or decreasing. So that is called as a segmental arc. Here the area is equal to 2 by 3 into d into h plus h cube by 2d. So what is d here? D is nothing but diameter for this segmental arc, and h is nothing but this part. So it is not radius, it is less than or more than radius value. So that is h. Again h cube by 2d. So this is the formula for area calculation for a segmental arc. Next one is perimeter. How to find the perimeter for this segmental arc? So 8b minus 2r by 3. So here what is b? B is nothing but this hypotenuse. This hypotenuse for this triangle. So it is like this. So for this one, this hypotenuse is nothing but b. B is equal to root over r square plus h square. So this is radius, this is height. So r square plus h square is equal to this hypotenuse value. That is nothing but b. Coming to r, what is r here? R is nothing but radius value. This one, this is radius. So this is the segmental arc formula. Now coming to trapezium. So as we all know, trapezium, this is the top width, this is bottom width, and this vertical is called height, and this is taken as c. This length is taken as c. What is the area? Area is equal to half into a plus b into h. A is top width, b is bottom width, and h is nothing but vertical one. So that is the area of a trapezium. Coming to perimeter, perimeter is equal to, we need to add all these values, that is nothing but a plus b plus c plus c. So this is c, and here also we need to take c. So this is perimeter, that is a plus b plus 2c, that is the perimeter for a trapezium. Now coming to ball, if we take a ball, for that how we are going to find out the surface area and also volume. For volume, the formula is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So if we take this formula, we will get the volume for this ball. Next, surface area, how to find the complete surface area for this ball, that is 4 pi r square. So this is the formula used to find out the surface area for a ball. So I hope you understood these formulas. These 12 formulas are most important in calculation of quantities. So for that we need to remember all these formulas.